I hate LTG. I hate LTG as a human being. I hate him with my soul. I hate him with my spirit. I just hate everything about that.
It's all a stupid act.
I don't care. If I meet him in person, I think I have to flick him once in the nuts just to see if he falls.
For me, I know you guys aren't too into this, but with League of Legends, the LCS, the competitive scene, like where they have like the pros play.
Oh, is it like the international for Dota?
Yeah, but instead this is like the region. So this is like the North America one.
Oh, okay. So this is not the big one.
This is not the big one yet.
What's the big one for League then?
The big is World.
It's just called World Championship.
Yeah, where like you have all the continents. So NA, Europe, Korea, China.
Who do you think? Do you think they're gonna show off anything new for League this year at the convention? Because I know they've been Riot's been better about.
They always have patches.
Yeah, they always have patches, and they always show off new cinematics and stuff like that for the general public.
I hope there's a new cinematic that comes out. The last one they did was Beast with Ari and all that. That one was Beast. But the new League. What's it called? Oh my goodness, I'm slipping. The League event, the pro scene, starting in next week actually, the 3rd. So keep an eye on that. They changed the format to best 2 out of 3 now.
Really?
Yeah.
Why they scrap the old one? The old one
because best of ones, they could get through more games, but like best of 3s, that's what they play in Korea. And that kind of, it's like a different kind of. Like,
so we let the Asian standard for fairness set.
Because they're better.
Yeah, you know what? Let's be real. Like the last time I've ever seen a North American team win anything, mobile related, has been never. What are you looking forward to this year, actually?
You know what, Comic-Con. This is going to be, I believe, my 4th or 5th Comic-Con in a row. And
when is that?
That is October.
6th.
October? Is it October 6th through the 9th?
So that's way down the line from now.
It is, but let me tell you something. Comic-Con in New York has just been growing bigger and bigger. It's to the point now where they messed up last year when it came to like selling tickets. Like you would log in and like 5 minutes after they had been sold, all sold out. So they're doing a new fan verification process this time. Besides obviously seeing all the cosplayers, which I absolutely, love seeing and respect the dedication, even though we're seeing kind of less of it now, more people in street clothes.
And as the devil's advocate, I definitely hate all that stuff, so I want the street clothes wearers.
Okay, but, I enjoy seeing it. I enjoy taking pictures and talking to them about how they made the costumes. But the one aspect that I've always liked about Comic-Con, and people may call me dubious for it, right? Well, maybe not people watching this channel, but people in like the comic book industry, the movie industry, the TV show industry, into superheroes. Gaming has always been huge when it comes to Comic-Con to me, because they always have, for example, the only reason why I went to Comic-Con last year for that one day was to see Yoshinori Ono and to play Street Fighter, the demo. They had a panel there too. So you're seeing more and more video game panels there.
A larger like virtual show. You know what's crazy though? And I was reading an article, right, about Comic-Con in general, and they were saying now that Disney owns Marvel basically, and Comic-Con really is a two-man fight. It's DC versus Marvel every single year, and we definitely know who's got the bigger presence if you look at the sales of Batman versus Superman. Well, not the sales, the reception to Batman versus Superman. Everybody's gonna say that definitely this year's Comic-Con is being kind of curated now towards a different audience. I mean, everybody's always said that every year. The audience for Comic-Con has been drastically changing ever since the movie franchises have been getting bigger and bigger. What's your opinion on that? Do you think like Comic-Con is just now a giant trailer park, or like a giant Disney vehicle for like, here, this is the next 17 movies you're gonna watch, and here's the Thanos gauntlet, and this is basically the next $140 you're gonna be spending over the next year.
Yeah, it's certainly an avenue for it, and I definitely get what you're saying, because every year that I've gone, look who's on your press pass, Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So, there's obviously something to that. I think, for example, when Deadpool was the hottest thing, what did you see? All Deadpool cosplayers, everything Deadpool.
Has that really changed though? I mean, it's Deadpool.
Well, Deadpool's fucking awesome. We all know that. But just in general, whatever's popular, in the media, you're gonna see at Comic-Con. It's definitely not that whole, waifu, thing, that
Yeah,
niche,
it's
it's growing really, really
expanding.
popular. I mean, who do you see mostly as cosplayers when you don't see niche? You see your Iron Mans,
Yeah,
Batman,
Spider-Man.
Harley Quinn,
Yeah,
Joker,
Superman.
all these other. So yeah, I definitely. think
Well, I'm
that
not
there's
I'm not the biggest on scene kind of guy. I really do want to change that up. I do want to go to these cons as well. But whenever I go online and look at the general like websites that cover these, like these basically niche blogs for like nerd content. The one thing I've been seeing recently lately is a whole lot of League. Like, it's funny that we're talking about, we see a lot of League, like, who's the girl with the shark grenades?
Jinx.
Yeah, her. I see
She's a beast.
so much of her. And I'm like,
She's a beast.
you would be really cool in an anime. But anywhere else, I have to hate you. But,
Yeah.
I mean, like, I hope we're gonna see some more stuff from DC at Comic-Con because they're, like I said before,
from their movies.
Yeah. I would like to. You know what I
Because
really
the
would like to
movie
see?
series.
Because we're getting what's it called, Suicide Squad here in August, and whatever happens with Suicide Squad is definitely going to change the color and tone of what Comic-Con is going to be looking like. Because Marvel's been just on fire. What I'd like to see this year from that, I'd like to see maybe a trailer or a script of some kind for the solo directed Ben Affleck Batman movie, because I think whatever he's going to be doing with Batman is really going to set the tone. We're probably done for a while with Superman. I think Batman is going to return back to that 2008 Nolan kind of
Well, I
feeling.
think we should be done with Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't want to see. You're definitely going to see him somewhere on that floor. So.
Because isn't he in charge of the whole Justice
Yeah,
League?
that's the crazy part. He's in charge of their whole creative outlook for the next till 2022.
Who do you think will win Evo for Street Fighter?
Oh, easy. It's gonna be Dylon, and Dylon because he spits hot fire. I would like, but real talk, I think I'm really actually am looking forward to Evo. I mean, Street Fighter is gonna be the big ticket, but I think, I'm really personally looking forward to Guilty Gear Revelator that's gonna be out. I like to see if maybe we see the League Fighter there. I like seeing Skullgirls as well. Like I just really like seeing that whole community. Mm-hmm. And now that they're going to the is it the MGM Grand or is
the
it
Mandalay Bay?
The Mandalay Bay?
Yeah.
But like I love how they keep on increasing the production for. And you see now the heads of the fighting game community, you know, your Maximilians, your Gutex, your Mike Rosses, your Combo Feet, like we now have like our Steph Currys, we got our Daigos, we got our Dominions, we got our Infiltrations, like all these heads now are starting to make their face known, their names known, and I think that's really cool about what Evo's promoting, and it's growing into this community-driven like thing, and it's never gonna change even though they've got all this stuff. My friend Troy, I believe you met Troy, he went there one year and he was just telling me that his first 3 rows is so much salt and money bets that it must be like, I want to experience that one day. I want to go in the crowd and just smell hype.
So
and
you
I
may get the first 50 rows now that they're at the Mandalay Bay.
That's gonna be.
Which, on a side note, I am so glad that Guilty Gear made it into the Mandalay Bay.
Yeah.
On that final day, I'm so glad because that's a game that definitely deserves more recognition than it gets.
It's super. I think it's so weird saying this, but I think it's too weeb for the very very nerd community that is the fighting game community. But it's like it's an anime fighter. Nobody. But I think it's too cool.
I personally hope that if Gutex, if you're watching this at all, if you do see this, I hope that you win at Street Fighter 5 if you win.
It's not gonna happen.
But I'm saying if you do enter, please win.
Do
that
it for
way,
the Mikas.
So you can buy his book.
No, it's because I want to see. I want to see you get first place, and I want to see you do the PogChamp face when you win.
Yeah.
Which is, if you do win, you have to do that. I'm sorry, you gotta do it.
I think my favorite right now going in is either going to be Infiltration or Justin Wong. I think one of those two.
Infiltration is going to win. Infiltration doesn't lose because he's playing himself. He doesn't play a character. He doesn't play a stage. He doesn't play people. He plays himself in every game. He's just like, all right, do I feel like using Nash? Do I feel like using Mika? Oh, I'm gonna just pull out a pocket gi from nowhere, and your entire day becomes fucked.
His dedication is crazy.
Yeah, Evo's gonna be pretty cool. Personally, for me though, the event that I'm really gonna be paying close attention to this year is gonna be TGS, which happens. I think it happens in September, either third week or the fourth week of September. And the Tokyo Game Show is something I really want to see because I want to see one. Because there was this article that I was reading that basically said somebody looked at the quarterly earnings and the projected earnings for Square Enix for 2017, and they're saying right now April 2017 is looking like a prime date for Kingdom Hearts 3. And if we see the presence of Kingdom Hearts 3, we're going to see Kingdom Hearts 3 at E3 regardless. Like, we're going to see, in one way, shape, or form, we're going to see Kingdom Hearts 3. And since we know that Final Fantasy 15 is finally in its final throes and it's coming out September 30th, I think it's coming out worldwide September 30th.
Mm-hmm.
If not, we're probably going to see the English version of it somewhere around December, if not February. That being said, if we see Kingdom Hearts April 2017, this will 100% lay out what we do know about Final Fantasy VII Remake, because that means the whole episodic thing, we're gonna at least see one episode by September of next year, September 2017, like the very first one, because I think that was when in '97 it dropped. It dropped in September of '97, and I think whatever Square Enix decides to do over the next 2 years is gonna be very critical for the Japanese game industry economically and their presence worldwide. I'd also like to see what Atlas is doing as well with Persona 5. I just love me some Persona 5. Persona 5 is great. I'd like to see you know what? I'd like to see some. I'd like to go to one of these events.
And see Trihex.
Yeah. That. Whatever you just said. Yeah, sure. I have no clue who that dude is.
The black emo on Twitch.
Try hard.
It's the black guy. He's gone.
There are black people on Twitch.
All right,
Okay.
It's those guys.
It's those guys. Thanks for watching. Check us out right here, I guess, right? Or something.
I guess,
and then, like, comment, and subscribe.